Al Ewing and Jacopo Camagni explore Wiz Kid's decision to help Orchis as the Lethal Legion continue to assault Arakko and the Shi'ar Empress. Al Ewing sets up Wiz Kid's motivations and reasons behind betraying S.W.O.R.D this issue, diving deep into his character and how the boy, as someone with a disability, has seen that both humans and mutants look at him in the same way, and while mutants think they are better, they really aren't. It does a good job feeding into the larger story of mutantdom at the moment, and what's even better is that it's an all-fabricated story so that Orchis believes him into thinking he really is double-crossing his friends and his country. Ewing sets it up in a way so that we, the audience, also believes it as much as Orchis does, and it's just brilliant for doing that. On top of that, we get more fun Lethal Legion action, and this time with Storm stepping in and showing off her immense power as the story threads all begin to kind of close together for one epic finale next issue. Jacopo Camagni continues as artist with more great anime-inspired action and character design, with some really fantastic character-focused stuff with Wiz Kid, some great page layouts and colours. S.W.O.R.D issue 10 was a great focus on Wiz Kid and his new questionable motives, while also continuing the action with the Lethal Legion, all coming together to set the stage for a big final issue. I'm going to give this issue a 9.5 out of 10. S.W.O.R.D issue 10 heads 5 hours into the past where Takashi awakens to his alarm, thinking how everyone tries to figure him out, knowing all about the looks he gets as the guy in the hover chair, and how humans and mutants aren't so different. He goes through his morning routine, not even thinking about the series of movements he always does to get him out of bed and into his hover chair. He knows his physicality is something he learned and relearned, but other things come easier, like technology thanks to his powers, which allow him to control any and all tech around him. He wonders if boasting about control of all technology is arrogant of him and he should learn some humility. He knows that he has some thanks to his severe acquired dyslexia, which makes written language nearly impossible for him to decipher, and he has to convince people he isn't stupid, and now he's second in command of a space station all before his 18th birthday. He knows thanks to Krakoan medicine his dyslexia is lessened and easier to manage, but the complete T11 break in his spine can't be repaired, and he doesn't want to resurrect before he really needs to, and because of that, everyone tries to figure him out, and that's why he's going along with this plan. He remembers again how mutants and humans aren't so different since he gets looks from both and the same whispers from both, all about why he doesn't hang out or why his mutant name is cringe or that he thinks of himself as a rock star, which to be fair, he does believe. Down on Arakko, Storm confronts the assassins, telling them that the lake they are in was created for diplomacy, and any grievances they have with the Shi'ar, they will hear them out in peaceful ways, and if their cause is just, then they will be honoured to lend their political pull to the assassins against the Shi'ar. She tells them that justice is something dear to them, as the temperature drops well below freezing, crippling the cyborgs, as Storm tells them that she will not abide the murder of guests. Mr. Eloquent says that they are all royalist trash, demanding Storm face him in the dirt. Frenzy warns Storm of the assassin as he fires his atomic chainsaw at the hero. Frenzy manages to stop the blast, smashing it out of the way with her arm. Storm thanks her as Cannonball deals with Mr. Eloquent, smashing him in the face for killing Neutron. Storm confronts the final assassin, telling the cyborg that he is in the eye of the storm and stronger things have been torn asunder by its fury. Orchis tells Halfbot 1 to play dead, so the assassin does, making the Empress think that Storm has won. Deathbird wants to stay at a distance still as Storm agrees, not trusting any easy victory. Frenzy sends out a comm signal to try and get to Brand, but she's offline, which is impossible since she never is. Storm knows that something is very wrong, wanting to be patched into Cable above them. Cable meanwhile isn't getting anything from Brand either as Wiz Kid comes by, knowing that he's still getting used to seeing Nathan as an adult. He knows Cable is the son of Cyclops, so he's mutant royalty, which is why he got promoted to a position he wasn't ready for then. He remembers how the young Cable came to see him and how Taki immediately recognized the unearned confidence he had. He knows since becoming older though, Cable is now more self-assured, but he treats him like he's got all the answers and it hurts him a little to betray that memory. Cable wonders if there is something he should know, so Taki tells him how Brand put him in play and she thinks the Lethal Legion is a distraction for something bigger and it's why she's gone into blackout mode so the enemy cannot monitor her. Cable thought that she would have told him that, but Cable trusts his friend. He talks to him about how he helped out on Breakworld and against Dormammu with Rocket. Not wanting Taki unlucky to get a swelled head, but he did save the universe. Cable touches his friend with his robotic arm, telling him he did a good job, when suddenly Wiz Kid uses his powers to stun Cable through his robotic arm, knocking him out. He gets to work opening up the system's backdoor into S.W.O.R.D Station 1. Frenzy tries to contact Cable, but Storm knows that something definitely is wrong as the cyborg assassin relays a message from Orchis, with Gladiator realizing that the assassins were walking translocation receivers. Storm knows that she doesn't need to hold back now, killing the assassin, but it's too late since it's revealed that they are part of a self-replicating terrorist cell. Portals open up all around them as more lethal Legion teams file through, thanking their client for choosing their product. Up on S.W.O.R.D Station 1, Cable awakens thanks to an electric jolt. He thinks maybe Taki wants him to see something as he tries to access the systems, contacting his team and learning that everyone got evacuated like he wanted. Cable doesn't remember delivering such an order as Vanisher says that he got an order from the Green Room to evac. Cable tells him to take a breath since he's trying to figure out what is happening. He discovers the reactors have been overloaded as the station explodes. On Alpha Flight Station, Henry watches the S.W.O.R.D station explode, telling Wiz Kid that he expected the mutant would try and trick him, but he really did blow up the station. He asks why the mutant is betraying Krakoa, so Taki tells him that he doesn't see mutants and humans as all that different, citing out how Xavier and Magneto brought Apocalypse in to help out run everything, and if that's where this whole experiment is headed, the whole thing can just burn. Henry knew that was what he was going to say, taking his leave as Taki tells the unseen Brand that Henry bought his act and now he's a real triple agent. Brand isn't so sure, knowing that Henry will be constantly scanning for anything Krakoan and Taki needs to let him do that. The boy knows that this is all Brand's plan, hoping that he won't get caught talking to her, but Brand reassures him that the techno-telepathy communication they are using will be undetected. He doesn't get one thing though, knowing that they can make their tech from plants and out of other mutants combining their powers and out of the particles in the air if they wanted to, but Brand, who actually has shrunk herself down to hide in Taki's jacket, tells him to be humble, since after all, it's not like mutants invented Pym particle technology.